Now to news that we broke earlier this afternoon, and the parole board has ruled that double child rapist and murderer Colin Pitchfork will not be released from prison. Pitchfork was jailed for life in 1988 for raping and strangling 15-year-olds Linda Mann and Dawn Ashworth in Leicestershire. He was released in September 2021, but recalled to prison 2 months later for breaching his licence when he approached a lone woman while litter picking. Well, I'm joined now by Alberto Costa, who is the Conservative MP for South Leicestershire. Thank you very much for joining us on the show this afternoon, Alberto. Now, I know this is a case you've campaigned on for many years, so can you explain to GBNews viewers this afternoon the feelings you must be going through upon this announcement?
Well, thank you, Martin, for giving me this opportunity. A look at the very forefront of all our minds should be Dawn Ashworth and Linda Mann, who lost their lives as young women back in the 1980s. I'm in my early 50s, and Dawn and Linda would be around about my age today if they hadn't been so brutally murdered by Colin Pitchfork. This case highlights the importance of ensuring that we remember the victims of men that commit appalling sexual offences against young women. And my case all along, this whole matter has been pushed rightly by the people of South Leicestershire, who have given me comfort and strength as their MP to keep the momentum going on reminding government, reminding the parole board of our duties to those victims that suffered at the hands of Colin Pitchfork. And this campaign has been going on for years, Martin. The parole board wrongly ruled on two separate incidences back in 2021 and again earlier this year to release Mr. Pitchfork. And I have consistently argued that it would be wrong to release Mr. Pitchfork, not least because he has not proved to the authorities that he is safe to be released in public. So I'm very glad indeed that the parole board has finally listened to me and to the people of South Leicestershire and decided that now is not the time to release Mr. Pitchfork. And indeed, he should remain not in an open prison, but in a closed prison where he belongs, behind bars.
Now, Alberto, there is still a 21-day window during which Pitchfork could appeal against this, and indeed Dawn's mother, Barbara Ashworth, has decided not to comment until that is out of the way for understandable reasons, but she simply said Pitchfork is where he needs to be. Do you think he will appeal, or are you confident that he will remain where he belongs?
Well, there's one thing certain, Martin, is I've absolutely no idea what goes on in the head of Mr. Pitchfork. I would have thought that a man that is genuinely remorseful about brutally raping and murdering two young women would not be seeking parole at an early age. Let's not forget that Mr. Pitchfork was 61, only 61 when he was released. This is a man of working age. He's not some elderly individual or a person suffering from terminal illness. Look, most people believe in a properly functioning, fair parole system. But I think most of your viewers would also agree with me that there is something wrong with the system that permits somebody at the age of 61 to be released having committed these appalling crimes against innocent women. So I think that the message must be, if Mr. Pitchfork is listening, to do the decent thing, accept the ruling of the parole board and show some remorse for the appalling crimes that he committed to these two innocent ladies.
OK, thank you very much for joining us, Alberto Costa, Conservative MP for South Leicestershire. As a case he's campaigned on for many years, Colin Pitchfork denied parole.